on, you beautiful people? Frankie Klaus here for Sports Culture TV, and I'm with the main man, Lawrence McKenna. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm really good, man. Obviously, I'm enjoying the sun. I'm looking a bit, pasty, and I'm a little bit of heat. Yeah. Moving.
As you can see, I'm fully tanned.
Yeah, clearly. It's like looking in the mirror right now. My man, there's been a lot of talk about how to develop the football world right now.
Yeah.
You've got the VAR system. There's talked about 60 minutes. We're going to try and talk all about that in a short space of time. But
let's not get those two confused, though. I mean, VAR is very different to the rule changes.
It's not a rule change, but it does have a significance on the outcome of the game, though.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, there's a difference between saying we want the game to be more accurate and we want the game to be easier to referee, or to aid the referees in the job they're trying to do, and then saying let's make the game 60 minutes long. There's a massive difference.
There's definitely a difference. Like,
one's about adjudication, one's about making it a more marketable asset, maybe making it better to watch. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You just wanted a cameo appearance.
Yeah.
There you go.
There goes Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, so I just feel like, I personally feel that the VAR system will eventually come good, and it's something that the Premier League, not Premier League, but football world definitely needs to implement, because there's been so many situations that, obviously the referees are human, so they're not naturally going to see everything, but if you had a third, fourth or fifth eye, so to speak, it would definitely bring something positive to the game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I also find it a little bit weird. I think people talk about football as if, because we see football for 90 minutes or 105, 120 minutes every week, right? Very few people watch the previews, and we all know why. But in that time we watch, we almost believe that the players exist within that team purely for that time.
Yeah.
And that the referees only really turn up and go, right, what are we doing here today, guys? I've been to a referees camp before. I went to the referees camp at Euro 2012, which was run by Pierluigi Collina, and he was training the other referees, the official referees in the tournament. All these different languages, different cultures, different people coming from different directions. But you could all see they had appreciation for each other. Yeah. Sat down, ate lunch together, trained together, did the training before the matches, all came back together, made sure that they all exchanged notes about what happened in the games. And at the same time, what they were testing at the time was having, and this is something that they were sort of said, look, don't tell anyone about this, but they were testing video technology on the line at the time. And they had another referee just watching that video technology, and it wasn't, Hawkeye. Hawkeye didn't really exist at that time, or it was another implementation. But basically, the idea was that they were practicing behind the scenes. The referees will have done the same with VAR, and I think it'll just take more time for it to become quicker, more efficient. And at the same time, if you're going to use VAR, you might as well use it well. You don't want to use VAR and then go, come on, hurry up. So I think most people know how they want it to work. The interesting thing is now the rule changes that are happening, the rule suggestions which are happening in terms of allow a goalkeeper to kick the ball to someone within the penalty area. Make the game 60 minutes long, because that'll change. It'll change the way we play football, and it will fundamentally change the way we play football. Currently, there's a 90-minute game out there, and the rules are there for a reason. They're the reason that people use those rules, and there's a way that managers try to play those rules as well. And that's what I find quite fascinating. Is Mourinho knows when to slow a game down. He knows when he wants to speed the game up. Conte will push a lot during the first 15 minutes and then slow the game down. And there's a reason for that. And if they can't do that anymore because they've not got the 90, they've only got the hour, and every time they stop, then the referee stops his watch, or whoever stops the time, it's going to mean there's a different kind of rhythm to the game in those sort of things. And players are going to be conscious of time in a different way. And it'll mean a change and shift in management. It'll also mean a change and a shift in stats. So we'll have to have a new reading of the game in a way, because it's no longer a 90-minute period, so a 60-minute period. Players can play more intensively in that time, etc., etc. Maybe it makes it more marketable. Maybe it makes it more watchable. I don't know. Unless you get an appreciation of the game as you do right now.
Personally, I'll think it'll bring a huge success. Obviously, coming from South African heritage, cricket is a big thing over there. Obviously, cricket over there is 50 overs, but now they introduced 2020, and it's add a whole lot more marketable approach. So it may be a thing with the Premier League Football League to have that constant.
Well, it's either got to happen worldwide, or it doesn't really happen anywhere, because you can't have the Premier League playing 60 minutes and then everyone else playing 90. It has to be a global thing.
Yes.
So it has to come from. That's why it has to come from FIFA. I think it's the IFBA or IFAB or something. It's not FIFA. Let's put it that way, because they probably would have been even less popular. I'm all for sort of progressive rule changes. A lot of this also feels like they're trying to make the game more popular with people who don't already watch it. And I understand that. But then you almost get the feeling that feels a little bit greedy, because you've got a massive amount of the world's population. But, and I understand, like, you want to make something more palatable, more marketable. But at the same time, it is already highly marketable.
Yeah,
clearly. People are playing it, people are watching it. It's the biggest single sport in the world. There's no bigger sport globally. I know there's like focused pockets where it's oh, basketball's bigger here or whatever. But even then, that's irrelevant.
Universal, yeah.
It feels almost a little bit like you're trying to mess with what the fabric of the game is, which is 90 minutes. You almost think there's certain things you don't want to change in 90 minutes.
It's one of the things you don't want to touch on.
It's been around
Centuries.
Has it always been 90?
I don't know. I don't know if you noticed, but I wasn't there when it began.
Well, I was just
Cocoa butter.
in your beard.
Hey, go Cocoa butter. That's the thing, man. That's it. Just plug it right there.
It's just 90 minutes felt sacred to me, and there's a lot of brands that are based around it. 90 minutes. So honestly, I wouldn't mess around with the 90 because I think if you, it's less about changing the format and more about changing the way you talk to people about football or market football to people. If you're going to market football, don't change the fabric of it, which is 90 minutes there. Change that in the way you explain why we play for 90 minutes.
That's it.
Try that.
Yeah, we can try that. Like, adding on to it, it's also obviously the thought about bringing what they have in rugby a sin bin. Like, I'm
not against that.
Neither am I. I feel certain situations that a player may be on a yellow card and he has done something incident that doesn't merit a red card, but maybe another yellow. So maybe giving the aspect of a 10, 15, or however long break.
You're saying like almost 2 silly yellow cards back to back.
Essentially,
it's
but
very subjective. Though.
Yeah, very. But like I said, there are incidents. I can't name the top of my head, but there are incidents some that do not merit a red card.
So you're talking about maybe talking back to the referee, or I mean, I suppose it depends on where you gauge them. Is it a professional foul? Is it maybe a card where someone's in the penalty area, they brought someone down? Yeah. It does feel silly to lose a player if you also get a penalty. There's like a double. That's a double punishment.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. If you award a penalty, you go to maybe a dive. Maybe a dive's a sin bin time because.
I know they're bringing stimulation to this forthcoming season, so maybe that might cut it down.
Simulation is a tricky one, but also you can also argue simulation. Simulation's tricky because in South America or certain cultures in South America, it's seen as like part of the game.
It may explain Maradona and Suarez incidents in World Cup.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But Maradona's very. Simulation of a handball is very different. Simulation of being fouled.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately you're right again. Is that it comes down to sports culture. Mm-hmm. But then there are certain things which
I like how you use the
form
word
that
sport culture.
Yeah. There's certain things that form that, and part of that is the medium is the message on this one. And if the medium is 90 minutes, stick with that 90 minutes because then you'll keep certain things in the game which you want, and that's my idea of it.
Yeah, there's another cameo appearance right there.
There
you go, good job there. But there we go, my man. Always a sensation talking to you, man. Man full of knowledge. Appreciate your time and effort. Don't let me out on camera. Beautiful. Thanks a lot. Cheers.